What's going on, YouTube? Yeah, Crystal's already been here. Cajun, how you doing? Wayne, Randy, Backwoods, how y'all doing tonight? I just got everything set up and links and everything sent out a few minutes ago. I've been busy dealing with trying to get dinner and everything ready. Um, Unfortunately, I had technical difficulties on that. So I had to go back and redo some stuff with the camera, and that took time. And then it's cold and wet, so extra heat. I got one of the Coleman stoves brought in here and got it set up. That way, I got extra heat and everything running out here. Hey, Renegade, how you doing? Appreciate you being here. Um, but yeah, I mean yeah. I'm running my diesel here, and I've got that because right now we had some rain and everything earlier today, and it's all wanting to be frozen right now. Hey, William, how you doing? Well, I guess I gotta wait on people to get the email. Hey, Tommy, how you doing? Appreciate you being here. All right, no problem, Crystal. Um, yeah, that's one thing it took me for a while to do. Of course, someone decided to call me, say, "Hey, we're going to Dollar Tree." It's like I'm trying to get everything taken care of out here with the Coleman stove. So yeah, we just got a video uploaded to the cooking channel and everything. Hey, Missy, how you doing? But of course, we got a first guest. Hopefully, he's not too cold out there in Louisiana.
Now, it's only 61 right now.
Oh, it's cold than that out here.
Oh, I believe you. And it's today it was getting. I don't know. I thought it'd be colder right now because
Right.
about 11 o'clock, 10:30, 11, I went outside and checked the mailbox, and it was like, man, the wind's kicking, getting a little chillier, but
Yeah.
it stayed about the same.
Not here. I mean, one part it. I went outside to go have come out here to the garage to have a cigarette, and it's like someone had turned the shower on full blast for about
Dang.
5 minutes. Yeah, it was. I opened up the back door, saw that, go, no, I don't need a cigarette that bad. I waited about 5 minutes. Was like, okay, it settled down. But yeah, later on, I came out and everything was wet. It's all ice. Everything that like I said, anywhere there was water, just the thin stuff, not anything where 2 or 3 inches, even an inch thick. That water hadn't frozen yet, but anything that's just a very thin sheet, yeah, it's all frozen.
Oh,
And
okay.
they're talking about us getting sleet and freezing rain between now and Wednesday morning.
Dang.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. I got to turn my soldering. I don't know. Soldering station on. I was Well, I had everything broke out right here in front of here, and I was waiting on you, and I just put the last turn in the screw on this microphone.
yeah.
The wires were broke. I
Hey,
mean,
Sarge, how you doing?
messing up. Hey, Sarge. Hey, Tommy, Crystal, Tar Heel, which is we on Backwood Boys. What's up? There's my
Yeah,
baby Missy. Who
yeah,
else we got
like
in here?
what Crystal's saying. It's supposed to be here till about 1 o'clock Wednesday afternoon.
Huh?
Yeah, that's how long it's supposed to last. We're going to be getting 2 more rounds of it between now and then. And temperature is going to be dropping. That's why it's like normally I'm out here with just a diesel heater, no problem. Yes, I still got areas that need to be sealed up out here in the garage. But uh Will it get below freezing? No, I gotta have extra heat come in.
Yeah. Well, my phone says 64 here in Eunice. The other one was 63 and where? Opelousas. 61 in Opelousas.
Well, I
64
don't know.
here.
I don't know how cold it is. I ain't got my phone with me, but it's cold.
Let me see. Okay. It's gonna get down to
Hey, cool gamer.
51 at 8 in the morning. No, 50 at 9 in the morning. So that means the temperature is dropping and the sun's getting higher. Well, it's gonna be clouds and rain. So 49 at noon and a little warming trend. It's gonna be up to 50 at 6 o'clock in the afternoon. 1 degree.
Now we're supposed to be in the, I think, upper 20s, very very low 30s, like 30, 31.
Well, yeah, if y'all get any rain, you're gonna have sleet, but snow actually.
I don't know if it's gonna be snow because it just depends. Because snow and everything, it forms up, further on up before it comes down. But we're probably going to be more in the sleet and freezing rain. I'm just a little bit south of Dallas, about 30 minutes south of Dallas. But yeah, I mean, I got my phone inside, so I don't know what the temperature, what it's showing, or what the radar or anything like that is showing. But yeah, Missy, I do too. I mean, I don't mind it, especially when I was younger, like in my teens and maybe early 20s. But now it's like, And I mean, Crystal and I, we were talking about when we were fixing, getting dinner and everything, or right before dinner. And it's like her son was talking about how, how much of a wimp us here in Texas are. I'm going, when it comes to driving and, winter weather, the thing about it is, yeah, we are, because we don't get it that often, not compared to like Oklahoma City and Colorado, like Denver and places like that. Well, they get it every single year for 2 or 3 months. Here, we might have something that lasts a week at the most. And that's the thing. It's like, yeah, we don't. Now, up in the Panhandle by Amarillo, yeah, they're going to be getting it because that's about the same elevation as, or it's as far north as Oklahoma City. But I mean, for us, say we get freezing rain, sleet, snow, stuff like that. We get here about as often as we actually get it here a little bit more often than Renegade does out there in Jacksonville. Yeah, just think of what people out in Florida would be like if they got snow and stuff like that. Especially in Miami. They really freak out.
Hey, Randy. Hey, Renegade. Cool gamer. Ray John.
What's up, Ray?
And Mr. Wayne Hatfield. 7
Yep.
degrees. Cool.
Yep.
Too cold for this little narrow butt.
Hey, Briggs. Yep. Yeah, William, I believe that for winter storm warning. Yeah. Yep. See, that's the thing up there in western Pennsylvania. Yeah, because you're so far north, you're going to get 3 to 4 months, of winter weather and everything. Anybody that's up north, say anything, from say Oklahoma City, actually more or less the right on the Red River part of Texas, anything north, yeah, you're going to get that winter weather. We don't get it down here. Yeah, tomorrow high of 31. Yeah. Yeah.
Dallas.
That region. Yep. Yeah, 31. It's 31. So basically, what we're at right now is what it's going to be like tomorrow.
Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Isn't that where Martin Guitars is at?
Could be.
I want to say that's where Martin Guitars company is at in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania.
Yep. Yeah, like Renegade
Right.
Ghost. Yeah, winter. What's that?
I think it's Bethlehem.
Could be. I don't have my phone, so I can't Google it. Hey, Breezy.
Or Nazareth.
It could be. It could be Nazareth. Yeah. Yeah. We had. That's the thing. Raging is like, yeah. We usually, here in North Texas, where I'm at, we usually don't start getting winter weather until late January, beginning of February. Then it starts warming up. I mean, I've been up in Dallas at the Autorama, which is usually on Valentine's weekend, and I'm out there t-shirt, jeans, and it's like 71, 72 degrees.
Hey, Breezy. Winter separates the men from the boys. Well,
Well, I guess the boys are the ones that are staying up north because the men are going to be smart enough to stay south and out of the.
yeah, we're gonna be smart enough to yeah.
Yeah.
When I was a teenager and in my early 20s and stuff, I was trapping out there in that cold marsh with in an open boat
Oh yeah.
going 30 miles an hour, 35 miles an hour down the bayou with no cover, no front windshield, no nothing.
All right. Hey, Tom.
Hey, Tom McGee.
Yep. Raging it might. And Briggs. Yeah. This is kind of. This is actually about the normal for us. If we get anything in November, December, that's kind of rare.
Boy, we
But
got an invasion today.
oh, did you?
Baby queen ants.
Oh,
The young queen ants with the wings on them.
yeah.
Man, they were coming in from the top where the crown molding goes up there. Must have
Oh,
an ant nest in the wall.
that ain't no
From
good.
the floods and stuff that we had and all that cold weather.
Yep. They trying to get in where it's warm and dry.
And then they made a nest and the queen laid a bunch of eggs and they hatched. And man, when they come out in full force.
Yep.
Out there, we had some insect spray, flying insect. Man, I pounded them suckers where they was coming out at. And they were dropping like flies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they were winged ants.
Yep. Yeah,
She
Raging.
was freaking out, boy. She said, "Wow, I ain't seen that in a long time. I ain't seen that in a long time."
Yeah, it's kind of like what Raging was just saying. Yeah, winter weather. That's when the body shops start getting real busy because of all the wrecks.
Yeah.
Now, I was watching or not watching a video, but I was looking at a thing on Facebook yesterday, and it was talking about the 10 worst roads in the United States as far as wrecks and with death and everything. And I guarantee you, I know Raging and probably Mark from Twisted would even agree, and probably Daryl, I-95. They say it has the most wrecks out of all of them and the highest death rate per 100 miles, and that's because of running up along the East Coast, running up also up, like South Carolina or the North Carolina all the way up into Maine, and then I-80. That was I think either number two or number three. I think it was number two. I-80 and then I-95. But that was actually, one of them that was, those two were on the list as far as the ones that had, the most wrecks and most deaths. Like, damn. That's working good. I got me a good working Coleman stove here.
No, never saw that movie.
That was a good one.
Never heard of it.
You never
Catch
heard
Me If You Can, Frank Ab, Ab,
Abagnale?
Abagnale?
Yeah, Abagnale.
Abagnale. No,
It
no.
had,
Who is Frank Abagnale?
he had Leonardo DiCaprio playing the part.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
and
who is Frank Abagnale?
he started off forging checks and everything at a young life, and then he started actually pretending to be different people. I mean, he was like a airplane pilot, he doctor, a lawyer,
Wow.
all kinds of different professions, and he wasn't even a real one.
Oh, I
Uh,
think I saw the previews for that movie.
right, and Tom Hanks was also in it as the FBI agent. Mr. Was it? Damn, I'm trying to remember the name of it. No, Randy, I haven't. I'm going to when I got plenty of time because that's over 6 hours for all that. But yeah, Catch Me If You Can. It was a movie by Frank Abagnale and Mr. Henready, I think was the name of it. And talking about how Frank wound up outsmarting him in different places and everything, keeping him from getting caught. Now, how much of what was in the movie was true, don't know. But he actually got hired by the FBI to track down forgers and counterfeiters. And as a matter of fact, the last part of his prison sentence was actually working for the FBI. It's a good movie. You gotta watch it. I mean, like I said, I've seen it and everything. Like I said, I don't know how much what really happened in his life took place actually in the movie. Yeah, Arnie, how you doing?
Hey, on it.
But I was gonna say, I know that Ken's probably in here lurking, and he'll probably be happy that I didn't even go and look at that Dodge Nitro. I didn't even put a bid in on it.
Nazareth is where Martin Guitars is at.
Ah,
I got it confused with Bethlehem.
ah. But as far as on that, yes, please. Um, but anyways, Crystal and I talked about it, and that's before I mentioned anything on the live stream. And we already had a preset amount as far as what to go to. Yeah, and I went up checking in on it, and it was already more than what we were set for. Yes, William. Yeah, he wound up doing all that kind of stuff.
He blew over $2 million or
No,
flew. I see flew, but I'm pretty sure he meant blew. You know,
no,
no. He flew over 2 million.
2 million miles as a pilot.
Oh, 2 million miles. Okay, I don't see miles, but oh, I see MIL. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. But that was the thing. You know, he was like for Pan Am. He was supposed to be like a Pan Am pilot and everything.
Uh huh.
Matter of fact, in the movie, what was real funny is one way for him to get out of the country, he actually faked being a pilot, went to a college and got all the girls and everything. Told them that Pan Am was having a contest to pick stewardesses in training, and he picked like 6 or 7 of them. And he goes walking into the airport behind them, and they're all in their, supposedly the stewardess uniforms and everything, all dolled up. And he's in a pilot's outfit. He goes walking right behind the girl. Of course, all the FBI agents are paying attention to the girls. They don't see him at all. He just walks right on past them.
Damn, he's smart, huh?
Yep. And supposedly now in the movie, he got caught somewhere over in France.
And Leonardo DiCaprio, he played that guy too. Who's
Titanic.
the Great Gatsby?
Yeah, he was in that, but he was also in Titanic.
Yeah,
He's been in several movies. Yeah.
yeah. He's been in a bunch.
Yep.
Howard Hughes.
Yep. Hey, no problem, Raging. Yeah, he wound up getting caught over in some kind of a small village over in France while he was operating a printing press. Like I said, now how much of that was in from real life, don't know. Hey, Tim Windsor, how you doing? Yep. Yeah, it was also Romeo and Juliet. He's been in several movies. I haven't seen. I don't think I've seen him do anything here recently for the past few years.
Hey,
Yep.
Tim.
Yep. Like everybody says, smash that thumbs up. Any of y'all in here for a few minutes, just please hit it on your way out. It helps. What exactly it does, I still don't know, but I know it does something with the, as I say, the YouTube algorithm. But I don't even I don't even know if he's still alive or not because a lot of that was set back in the '60s and '70s. You can definitely tell because he's like driving around like a '50s or '60s car and with everything. Yep, like William was saying, actually, I think he started when he was like 16 or 17 and everything, but he was like 21 or 22 when he got caught. Okay. Oh, okay. Appreciate that, Rachel. That's what it means. Okay. Now, uh, I don't know if anybody heard, but do you know who Lisa Loring is, Cajun?
Who?
Lisa Loring.
Not like that. No. Maybe
She,
I do, but
she was the original Wednesday Adams.
original what?
Wednesday Adams.
And what's her name?
Lisa Loring.
Uh, that's you talking about the original uh Wednesday Adams in the old in the '60s, the
Yep.
'70s. Okay.
Yeah, she passed away today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah, I saw that on Facebook that she'd passed away. I'm going, damn it! It wasn't that long ago that I wound up seeing that they were doing like a life thing on her, talking about kind of like here like here's your life and everything, and it's like that was only like about 2 weeks ago. Then
What she
today,
was about 75 or 77?
um, no, I think she was like 54.
54.
Yeah, she wasn't all that old.
Okay. Well, that's true. Because I was watching uh
64. Okay.
64. Okay. That's true because I was watching it when it had came out or whatever. So yeah, and she
Yeah.
wasn't, that old in there.
Right. She wasn't all that old, but I mean, it talked about her life and everything. And like I said, I found out about that today. Now, someone else that I didn't know, I know a lot of people are not going to recognize the name. I would if someone had mentioned it to me. Sal Pyro.
Oh, what?
Sal Pyro. I think that's how you say the last name. But anyway, he was the president of the Rocky Horror Picture Show fan club. Found out he passed away last week.
Okay.
It's like, damn, all these different people are, you know, as they say, dropping like flies. And I think they say he was like 71. Uh-oh, flame out. Uh-oh,
Okay.
I'm being paid, so I'll be right back.
Oh, okay. Flame out.
Yeah,
Well, the heater fire went off or got low on fuel.
no, it ran out of fuel. I didn't put much in it to start off, just see if it was still working
Oh, okay.
properly. So I got to do a refill on it.
Hey, Delfino.
What's up, D?
Yeah, your old co-worker buddy there is in the house.
Yep. Ah, done an Adams Family Marathon.
I had to double check. I was going to say Frank earlier because that Frank, whatever y'all was talking about, Rangolf or whatever.
Oh, Abigail.
Yeah, Abigail. Uh, that was a, a forger, a counterfeiter, and his name was Frank Henning, and he's famous for counterfeiting the nickel,
Ah,
the 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 Jefferson nickel. And actually, those nickels he counterfeited, and I think the most value thing I think he tried when he got caught was when he was doing the $1 bills. No, hold it, nobody noticed it because it was nickels, and that was in like the 40s, the 50s that he was doing that.
right.
And nickels, I mean, he was counterfeiting them real good. And a nickel was worth something back then. So it was like, a buck now or a couple dollars now, but a nickel, uh, stores didn't look at that and say, hey, this is fake. They didn't have a marker pen to see if $100 bills they didn't have all that back then.
Oh,
A
yeah.
nickel was a nickel, and stores didn't look. Who would have ever thought somebody would forge a nickel? But he
Nobody.
did. He forged a lot of them. He got rich.
Yeah, that's why. 'Cause nobody's going to think about something like that.
Yeah. But finally, when he did get caught, uh, he they found dyes. The nickel dyes, the press. All of that stuff.
Oh yeah.
And he was doing $1 bills, and those were good too. Those were actually excellent uh, counterfeit money.
I wouldn't doubt it.
David Crosby, what with Crosby, Steele and Nash.
Yep. Yeah,
Thought so. Yeah, Frank Abagnale. It's fun to hear this. But yeah, Frank.
he actually practiced law over there in Louisiana. And
Huh?
actually, he actually practiced law, I think, over in Louisiana. And the
Oh,
weird
Frank
thing
Law.
about it, yeah, but the thing about it is, he actually passed the bar exam and didn't even study for it.
Damn. Oh, so he passed the bar, so he was an actual lawyer then.
Yeah.
It's just that he didn't have no experience.
Yep.
I didn't hear about David Crosby. Damn, that should have been big news right there.
Yeah, that was what it was last week.
Mm-hmm. A week ago, yeah. Usually the internet's blowed up when somebody like that dies in the music industry, but hell, I didn't see a peep out of it, you know. Oh, I gotta go put my soldering stuff back up. He was the attorney general. Come on, really? A fake attorney general or a real one? I wouldn't doubt it. With the politics that went on a long time ago in Louisiana with Earl K. Long and Edwin Edwards, man, I can tell y'all some stories. Louisiana's had some colorful governors already. I guarantee you that. You know, colorful meaning bad and good. Like the singing governor, Jimmy Davis. You are my sunshine, you know, yada yada. Yeah, and actually that song was written about his horse. Oh yeah, what's that? Oh, a piece of kidney. All right. Mrs. cooking some debris tonight. Beef hearts, liver, kidney. Gotta let that cool down. Boy, and it makes an awesome gravy too. Man. Oh man, I could hear it just cooking down. Oh, I ain't got no water in there, Missy. Oh, okay. Passed the passed the bar exam in Louisiana and was the attorney general. I got it there, William. Yep, I got it. Uh, yep, I got the last two of them. How much diesel you got left, Mayor?
I got almost a full tank there.
Almost a what?
Full tank.
Oh, okay. I mean, you got any more up beside that?
Yeah, I got a little bit more.
Oh, okay.
Alright, I gotta do figuring out because this thing ain't working right.
TX Twinkles. TX Twinkles. What is that? Some kind of confection candy you put on melted chocolate or something? I just
What's
saw it last night. He was on Johnny Carson years ago. Oh, really? TX Twinkles.
I ain't got no 5,000 subs.
Who said you got 5,000 subs?
That's what Delfino was showing. Like, no, I ain't got no 5,000 subs.
Not sure if you want to know. Oh, okay. Oh, congrats on 5K, 500.
I haven't even hit 500 yet.
He probably thought he
Not
saw
that I know of.
three zeros. Boy, that'd be nice though, huh?
Yeah, that would be.
You'd be an overnight sensation.
Now, right now, it's showing I've got that Oldsmobile 442. Yeah, Renegade. Oh, Renegade's got 5,000. All right. All right. Some reason I got a problem with this. I don't know what it is.
Oh, don't want to fire up.
It's fired up, but it ain't firing up the right way. Don't know why.
Oh, Texas Twinkies, Twinkies, not Twinkles. Bacon wrapped peppers. Yeah, I bet bacon wrapped peppers stuffed with cheese already. That's some good stuff. When the bacon's done, it's ready. Welcome back, Renegade.
All right. I don't know what's going on. Check that thing out, but no, it's not wanting to burn right.
Rick said your diesel could be gelling up. I don't think it'll gel at 31, though. Maybe at 10.
Yeah, well, I'm not worried about the diesel. Like I said, what I'm having problems with is the Coleman stove.
Oh, I thought your diesel heater flamed out.
No,
Oh,
that
oh,
that's what
okay.
I'm messing with. Like I
Wow,
said, yeah, it's there's something wrong. I don't know where it's at, but
you're getting too much of a yellow flame.
yeah, and I've got the I got the valve turned off. That's just extra fuel sitting in there. It wasn't vaporizing the way it's supposed to be.
Wow.
That's what I'm saying.
Is that a canister or is that Coleman fuel? Coleman fuel, gallon size.
I don't mess with propane.
Okay, I didn't know.
Oh no, I don't. I mess with Coleman. I don't actually. I mess around with the white gas. I don't mess around with the other.
Yeah, them little canisters of propane are expensive. Unless you got one of those little adapters and fill it yourself.
Yeah, and I should not have this much fuel still wanting to come out. That's way too much. Something ain't right on this. The generator ain't wanting to work right. I don't know what's going on with it. But
Yeah.
I've got the tank pulled off, and I shouldn't have any more fuel. And this thing is leaking on
Oh
me.
boy.
Yeah, that ain't good. So I don't know
Measures
what's
not
going
hang
on.
fuel. No propane and propane accessories. Propane and propane accessories.
Yeah. Well, it's got way too much fuel in it, so that's why I'm letting it. That's why I pulled the tank off, and what fuel is in there, I'm gonna let it burn out. But I gotta keep an eye on it. Yeah, it was way. It was dumping way too much fuel in there. It wasn't vaporizing the way it should have been.
Dang, so they still got.
Yeah, because I mean, when I like I said, I got the fuel tank off,
Yeah.
and it was basically just dumping fuel in there and not getting it burnt the right way.
Oh yeah, like in the bottom of the on the stove itself. So you had a
Yeah.
puddle of gas down there then.
Yep. It's putting out some heat for sure.
Yeah, and some carbon monoxide too.
Yeah. Well,
That's not a pretty blue flame.
I mean, like I said, I don't even have the fuel tank hooked up to it.
Right. It's simmering down.
Yep. What fuel and everything was in there is burning out. So I gotta go. I'll take that thing apart and figure out. And I got this tank wanting to leak, so that ain't a good sign either. No, I'm not gonna set the garage on fire. Don't plan on it.
Yeah, he ain't gonna pull a Cajun and burn his lawnmower down.
Hey, the thing about it is, at least I'm live doing it. You only showed everything else afterwards.
Yeah. I was live with Tom Dobie and them, and uh Missy was in the house jumping up and down, and she was talking and like, get the water hose, get the water hose. What you eating there, Maiden?
It's what we it's like a homemade beef pasta. Did the video on it earlier before going live.
Yeah, Missy saw something on that. It's a what kind of pasta is it?
This is shells.
Shells? Okay. I like macaroni and the shells.
Well, she did like egg noodles the last time, but decided to go with the shells. That's what we had. Yeah, see, that's all burned out right now. You know, Briggs, I would, but I'd be the only one eating those s'mores because Crystal doesn't like marshmallow. Now, if it was just chocolate and graham cracker, yes, you'd probably eat it. But nope, that fire is out. You can see that fire is out.
Oh yeah, the gas already burned
Yeah,
up.
like I said, I pulled the fuel tank itself, so it wasn't able to put any more fuel and everything in there. So whatever fuel was left in there is burned out.
You got another tank. Just transfer the fuel from now into the other one.
I could. I mean, right now, like I said, I've got the diesel heater going, so
Yeah.
um, not close by, raging.
Well, it would pay you to have a fire
Oh,
extinguisher in there,
oh yeah,
ABC.
I know. Well, very rarely, am I going to have a lit fire like that. And also, besides, I'm not going to be out here and taking a chance and starting something like that and walking away. I'm going to keep an eye on it.
Yeah.
That's why
Right.
when
Like
I
if you would have walked in the house to go get something, right before it flamed up, and you'd have been 5 minutes in the house, and no telling what could have happened in 5 minutes because you wasn't there to take the tank out like you did a while ago.
oh yeah, that's why. No, it's like that's why when I noticed that I wasn't getting that blue flame and everything on it, it's like something ain't right. That's why I was like, no, let me. I'm gonna crank the fuel and everything off. Shut the valve, just whatever's there, let it burn out.
Yeah, but good thing you were there and not in the house doing something.
Oh yeah, yeah, raging. I'll have to see about getting one. Oh boy, we got this crazy nut from out there on the West Coast. He's probably all upset because the 49ers lost.
No, 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 no. I spent my whole day making fun of the 49er fans. One
I was
guy's like this. I'm disappointed in you, Mike, just like your team disappointed you.
I'm surprised Cincinnati didn't pull off the upset by beating Kansas City.
Yeah,
That would have been something. Cincinnati and Billy.
in those games.
Now, what I'd like to have actually seen, I'd like to have seen San Francisco and Cincinnati go back for the third face off, and this time Cincinnati beat them.
I wanted to see Buffalo and Kansas City go at it again.
So
Yeah.
who beat 49ers?
Philadelphia.
Oh,
Yeah.
Philadelphia. The Eagles.
31-7.
Oh, wow.
Well, if you the one guy that works at the shop, he's a Niner fan, and I told him he didn't watch much of the game because he actually was working at the shop. I know at 1:00. We didn't see much of it. I'm like, the whole last quarter was just nothing but just the defense just crumbling worse and worse, doing dumber and dumber things.
Like that fight and everything that happened there at the end.
Where the guy had the ball and the guy was trying to tackle him and punch the ball out at the same time. I'm like he got a good four swings in there. I'm like I felt like I was watching a hockey game.
Well, the one thing that Chris and I were talking about because I was watching the game yesterday between Cincinnati and Kansas City, and they showed that was it number 58 for Cincinnati.
Mm-hmm.
He was sitting there over there on the sideline. He's going, I can't believe I screwed up and let our team down. Because of me, we lost the game. If he had not done what he did there at the end, Kansas City would not have gotten that extra 15 yards to be able to kick that field goal.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why he was over there, kind of sobbing.
Let me see how y'all doing tonight. I've been home for about an hour. I'm taking care of a few things. Figured I'd jump on here real quick. It's also a very, very, very sad day for me.
How's that?
Yes, it's corded. This Makita finally died on me.
Oh.
It's old enough to be made in America, though.
Yeah, and I see the belt clip on it, like for a carpenter's bag. It's got that little catch on it. Yep.
Yep.
I had a Makita like that.
This is just the regular old 3/8 one.
Yeah.
I've been using this to drill pilot holes through quarter-inch steel plate for the last week. So what happened is I plugged it in. I went to do the last set that I needed, and all of a sudden, nothing. And then I plugged it in, nothing. And it's the older one with the little speed function wheel. But I was able to grab the chuck and physically spin it enough and go like that. But there can't be too many things wrong with this gun.
The windings and the motor could have separated or
windings, motor, brushes, switch, cord.
You have external brushes on there?
Brushes are right in here. And right here, this chuck goes in here. There's a small little pin gear that engages right here with the main gear, and then the little fan right here. But I have, I think, one or two more of these floating around in the garage. I'm going to see if they match up to this model year, because this is something you can rebuild.
Yeah.
That's
I
the
like
beauty.
I like what Rajan's saying about it.
Nope. I'm going to find a way to bring this thing back. This has been an indispensable tool for over 30 years.
Oh,
That's
so
what's great about brush.
So what are you gonna do? Make it to the $6 million Makita?
No, I got two more of these. I got to see if it's. I'll just switch out the gears and
Yeah,
everything
but
in them.
it's like we have the technology where we can rebuild it, make it better and faster.
But then I also have this. I'm going to put this into service tomorrow. This is an old cordless brushed Makita. Now I've used this to actually drill and tap for 5/8 of an inch with it, and that's pushing this thing max. This thing's almost smoked like 3 or 4 times doing that. Well, the brushless one that I had broke in 2 months. This thing I put through a ring. I'm drilling through 1.5-inch plate with this cordless tool. Went through maybe 2 batteries doing it though.
Was that 12 volt?
No, this is 18. This is 18 volt.
Oh,
Oh, Rajan, yeah.
I love that. I love that corded drill. That thing has saved my butt. The reason I want to keep it is because it has that speed function where you don't gotta do this trigger control thing. You can set it and lock it and just hold it, and it's perfect for doing precision drilling, and it's extremely valuable when it comes to doing stuff for like an extraction method, because you can set that speed and keep your bit really oiled really well. Works fantastic for this. I'm not going to sit here and just cramp my finger up for the entirety of the job.
you mean so your company doesn't have drills? You got to supply your own
We do.
drills?
I use my own tools though.
Why? You have to, or it's
I
your
choose to. That's the
it's
proper
your,
way technicians should work.
preference.
Technicians should never be supplied tools unless it's a piece of equipment or something that's outlandishly overpriced. Like, I don't expect a technician to come in with bandsaws and all that kind of stuff. Depends on what your job is, also though. We started handing out suggested tool lists, which is the exact argument I've been fighting against for the last 3 weeks. Boss handed them out to the 3 new guys. These are tools. Talk to the other guys. Talk to Tony. He knows exactly what we need. I don't care where you buy your tools as long as you buy them yourself.
Yeah.
Speeds up productivity. You're not looking for stuff that's lost. The guys went to the 2 shop boxes looking for stuff that they needed. Surprise, it's not there. We're not restocking those boxes either.
Right. And so, that's what I've always said is it doesn't matter what tool brand you get into. If it does the job you're needing it to do, then buy it.
Yeah.
And we need different stuff too,
You
unfortunately.
need a security camera around those boxes in that room. At different angles.
Oh, no. We were almost to the point where we are going to throw them away.
What, the tools or the cameras?
No, the shop boxes.
If they had cameras and at least 2 at different angles to see who's
We have
who's
12
going in
cameras.
there, what's coming out.
We have 12 cameras in the facility. And 2 of them are 360s that can see everything.
I got oh yeah, you got to heat the black eyes.
Tar Heel aerials. Okay. I don't know who Tar Heel Aerials is, but hello.
That's William.
Nope, that's some emails.
I'm looking for something right now to be perfect for you. Oh, let's see. I'm working on something right now. I think you're going to like, Anthony.
I'm going to rebuild this cherished little baby. It's going to continue working. There's a way to do it. They still produce the same style drill, so they have gears and stuff for it. Maybe it's not as old. What's going on? I had to start making employees buy own tools. They want higher pay, but tools were disappearing consistently. No one would put stuff back in the right drawer. Waste 2 hours a day looking for stuff.
Here we go. Let me bring this up here.
I agree with Sergeant Joe. I believe everyone, like, if I was a carpenter again,
There you go. There you go, Anthony.
over my dead body, I'm going to rebuild my body.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna rebuild my Makita over my dead body.
And the thing is messed up is it made it through all the work for the last number of hours, and I was to the last part of the project that needed to be done with the drilling and stuff, and it
Yeah.
just most likely I'm going to say brushes, possible switch.
I'm having fun starting to learn how to do memes and everything.
I
At
just
least I've
started
got
judging
where I know
people.
how to save them and everything.
I told my boss stop buying stuff that, like, consumables I can break on a little bit because we go through so many things like sawzall blades and flap discs, things like that. I can
Right.
flex on that. But then, everything has a price point too. Like the way we go through Allen keys, there's only four sizes that I would say it would be consumable that we could use because I went through, I think, 9 to 12 3/8 Allen keys last year alone.
Breaking them that much.
I've hit it with a hammer, snapped it. They round out fast. Like Bondus makes really good stuff too. What's up, Breezies? Bondus is really good. I have some SP ones, but I don't beat on them with hammers. They're $50 sets, but they're actually meant for a different purpose, actually. So I don't abuse them the way I do with the industrial stuff.
Maybe you
But
need to get some Pittsburgh.
the funny thing is, one of the original engineers I worked with, he swears by the Pittsburgh Allen keys, and he's been doing this for like 9 years. He's like, they hold up better than any of them, even Snap-on ones. He said the way we like, and he's telling me that he's like those Pittsburgh ones are solid. He said, and I'm talking about we're holding him and beating him with a 4-pound dead blow. And he said they held up longer than any other brand.
Oh, there you go.
Rebuild it and let it set in a bucket of water and let it dry and see if it works.
Still works. He'll buy a Makita.
I think it's just worn out finally after all these years. It happens. Like that's why I like the old plug-in skill saws. The plug-in Mag 77s.
Yep.
Only a few things.
Now,
Oil,
there
brushes.
could be something else wrong. Could be operator error.
Nope. Not that.
Yep. Sergeant, he's saying he uses the Pittsburgh Allen. Ain't broke one yet.
Yep. I have SP. I have Bondus. I think I got some. I don't have Snap-on ones, but I have Snap-on. I swear by the long ball and Snap-ons all day long. They are the best made, the best designed. They are actually worth the hefty price tag because of the way they are designed and perform. The closest design from another company is Bondus. Now, which I think Bondus does have a lot to do with Snap-ons, Torxes, and their Allen keys because I was looking for a specific one key that I needed, and I started looking on the website. Picture said, I think it was a small Torx key set. It popped up, says Bondus right there. It doesn't. It's a Bond. I think they make it for Snap-on maybe. I've never been able to prove that though.
Yep. See, Sarge, he uses, Harbor Freight tools, from Harbor, at his mower shop.
There's some Harbor Freight stuff floating around the shop. My coworkers he did tested the flat beam ratcheting wrenches. He said he would never buy them again.
Huh.
He just doesn't like them.
Why not?
Implant sockets, different story. They have held up for him for 5 years.
Well, I know.
We
I've
took him with him here.
got the quarter, 3/8 and half inch click torque wrenches from Pittsburgh. They're going to be perfect for doing stuff I need around the house.
Which ones he don't like, Anthony? Your coworker? Which ratchet?
The flat beam ratcheting wrenches from Pittsburgh. He said he hates them.
Flat beam?
It's a ratcheting wrench that's flat. There's no angle on the box end.
Oh. Ratcheting wrenches.
Yeah,
okay.
They're one of the ratcheting.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's not. Yeah. Okay.
I mean,
the Gear ones are better by far. They have longer length. They're more comfortable. I own 2 of them.
Yeah, like I said, to each person. I mean,
you
might like the Gear wrench, and Joe Blow down the street, he might like Pittsburgh, and Sally Smith around the corner, she might like the Snap-on. Each one has their own taste as far as what they like and what suits them. That's why I never will put down a certain tool brand, because each one works for a certain person. Sarge, we both like the Harbor Freight stuff. I'm not doing it. My stuff is not used on a daily basis. I mean, he probably is, but they're probably holding up real good for him.
I'm still looking for. I lost 3 sockets and adjustable wrench. I have no idea where they fucking are right now.
Yeah.
They're floating around. They're in Magic Land right now.
Yeah. It could be Sally like,
and they'll magically appear.
Could be Sally like Snap-on and maybe Strap-on.
No, the new techs are working out. They're taking lots of notes and noticing what we're doing. Like every single day, they're like, we went from fabricating to doing plumbing work to doing electric voltage to doing this. I'm like, yep.
That Mike Hart.
That's how it works. Yeah. No, Snap-on is their Allens are the best. I just don't. Does anyone by chance know if Snap-on makes mid-length Allen keys? I can't figure out if they do. Haven't seen a part number. Can't find it online. I didn't see it in the catalog that I have. My catalog may be outdated.
Might be. I don't know.
Most likely it is outdated from last year.
They probably don't make them. Either the short ones or the long ones.
No. But like I said,
the mid-length ones I got are gear wrench, and those are very, very valuable and very, very useful.
Well, like I said, for me, I don't see anything wrong with some of the tools. Now, yes, I go to
Our tools are awesome tools for bicycle work. Those are premium tools for bicycles.
Well, okay. Well, my point is for stuff that I'm doing around the house and everything, working on the bike, car, whatever, Pittsburgh stuff is good. Now, I could get the Quinn, spend $2-3 more for a set, but is it really worth that extra $2 or $3? To me, I don't see much of a difference. They both have a lifetime warranty. Nah, not really.
You have lesser odds of breaking a tool at home than you do in a professional atmosphere. It's that simple.
You still have a chance of breaking it at work. I mean, when I was working for Montgomery Wards, I wound up breaking Craftsman. But that was the thing. It still didn't matter. All right, see you, Backwoods. Appreciate you being here. But now here's the next question. would it be worth my time and money, say, if I want to go buy Icon? Because that's supposed to be equivalent and just as good as Snap-on.
Yep. The new
That's the
the new
thing.
tech.
As far as the money wise for what I'm doing, no. Maybe if I was in a shop or something like that, maybe.
Like I'd say, like my opinion, I don't own any icon tools by any means. The new tech we have that started with us about a month ago, he came from a dealership and a four wheel shop, and he's worked with guys, and those guys were buying icon stuff, and he's like, they're saying that it's holding up, it's doing its job, it's cheap, it's not cheap, but it's cheap enough. It's not
Right.
Snap, but they're okay with what it's doing and working with. He
Right.
said, like, I'd say look at that stuff. Like, if you want something of a higher quality, maybe for like something like a line wrench, because those things tend to do this thing.
Yeah.
Spread.
They spread a lot.
Yeah.
Like, I finally used my inch and an eighth flare nut wrench for the first time. I bought it. I bought it on SK Steels and Deals, and I finally actually used it. Finally, after owning it for a year, I used it twice so far. That means it paid for itself.
Yeah.
Hey, Adam.
It's kind of what Raging says. Every brand has their problem. And I mean, it just depends upon, what you're buying it and using it for.
Like,
Well, Renegade, I've been doing all the work on the cars and the bikes and everything has been Pittsburgh. I haven't had any problems with any of it, except for the power tools. That's a different story. It's the Cobalt. I mean, that little half-inch impact I've got, little half-inch impact wrench, that has had no problems taking the lug nuts off the cars or even on the bike. And like I said, I was surprised because that first time, right after I got it,
I thought vice grips were line wrenches.
Yeah, for wore out line. For wore out
yeah.
line. Nuts.
Yep.
But I mean that that Cobalt half-inch impact wrench, and that's a small one that I've got. Like I said, that was that one time when I was doing a live stream, Cajun had to take over, and it had no problem pulling the rear lug nut off of a 1-ton Dodge.
I remember that.
Yep. Oh, did y'all see that video? Was it? I'm trying to remember what the channel was earlier. They did the review on the Hercules, the new brushless 1/4-inch impact driver.
Yeah. Oh, I might have got that email. Maybe I know there's one I didn't open yet.
No, not an email. This was a channel on YouTube.
Oh.
They did a review on it.
Oh, who's that?
Hang on, let me.
Torque Test.
I can't remember if it was Torque Test or who it was. But anyways, I'm going back to look for it right now. But they wound up doing a review on it. Shop Tool Reviews.
Oh, okay.
Okay. There's a video for it. There's a link and everything for it. But yeah, they wound up doing a review on it, and it's supposed to be, I think, 200 like around 200 foot-pounds, and I think they did like 450 or 500 uh, breakaway. Yeah, they had stuff that was torqued, up to I think 500 foot-pounds, and it broke the nut and everything loose.
And it's 1/4 inch.
1/4 inch impact driver.
Huh?
Yeah,
That beats the heart.
yeah, beats the
I
heart.
would say, well, I don't know. I've never seen a review on one yet.
I mean, and that's the thing, he does, videos on all the new tools. It's not just one brand. Hey, Daryl, appreciate you being here.
Hey, Darryl.
But
No, I think one of them did a test on the heart. I forget if it was torque test or tool shop review. One of them did the 1/2 inch or the 3/8 driver. The heart, not the 1/4, but the 3/8.
right.
And that one came out second to some other ones.
Right. Now, I tell you what really
It
surprised
surprised
me.
the guy.
Now, Project Farm, he did a video just over the weekend on bench grinders as far as which one, rated the best as compared to the worst. And believe it or not, Performance Tools was rated down there at the very bottom. Now, the one that basically came out on top, Jet.
Jet.
But we're talking $578 for an 8-inch bench grinder.
Oh,
Thinking about a bench grinder you bolt onto a work surface.
Yep.
We have a Jet one at work, and it's not horrible by any means.
Yeah, I mean, it was as far as doing all the tests and everything. It got up to speed the fastest, had the most power, actually stopped the fastest. But now what's really weird is Hercules, outperformed Bauer, but there was one test the Hercules did better than any of them, and that was how much wear the wheel had worn away after grinding down nail or screws.
I'm assuming this is a Project Farm where he's using the stock wheels that come with the units and stuff.
Yep. And like I said, now the Jet, like I said, $578. Yeah, it's the best one out there, but then look at how much money you're going to spend.
The Delta stuff's pretty good.
Delta, believe it or not, Delta actually was further on down the list.
Really?
On some of it, the Delta was actually right there with the Craftsman, which was towards the bottom. I think the Hercules.
We had an old Craftsman one for a long time.
Well, believe it or not, I think the Hercules and Bauer actually outdid the Delta and the Craftsman.
My bench grinder's a Craftsman. It's got a double stone on it instead of a stone and a wire wheel.
Yep.
It's got double stone. I like that because
it depends on what you want.
Sharpening lawnmower blades, I actually use both of them.
Yep.
Yeah. Those will make sense for that application.
Yep. I don't know where Scott's at. As far as I know,
I use the wire wheel a lot just to clean up some of these plastics and stuff that we cut down and put adhesives on.
Yep.
It's better than getting all this debris up. We finally just got a dressing stone to clean the wheel up. I guess at some point I'm going to have to show people how to properly use the damn grinder, because I've been working at my job for almost 3.5. I think I'm going on my 4th year. There's always a little groove in one center because people hold it in one spot instead of moving with it.
Yep.
It's destroying the stone, and you can't do anything for it. Like the dressing stone, it's not going to clean the groove up. So you're going to jump this biscuit and start over. There's a right way to do it and a wrong way to do it.
Yep.
You don't just stand there and just let the wheel just get all hot, shooting sparks everywhere. Keep
Right.
moving.
And see, that was one of the things that he wound up doing. That was also part of the review is the parts, the holder and everything, as far as how it is set up on it, how rigid it is, how it's made, the construction of it. He also did.
Oh, you mean the tool rest?
The tool rest, yeah.
Yeah.
But even on he even did a test on the shield, safety shield, to see which ones would even hold up. Yep, the plastic little guard, and there were about 2 or 3 of them that failed
on impact, or
yep.
What was the failure point? What was it?
It literally it let the ball bearing go through it.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I mean he was shooting like a ball bearing at it.
And he took it off and see what the impact rating was, like if it could handle an impact because they spin so fast.
Right.
I don't know if I watched it, but it's possible I already have. Has
he
like
done
angle grinders yet?
No, it's not an angle grinder. It's a
no. But has he done a video on those yet?
He probably has.
Yeah, I don't remember if I watched it. I'm pretty sure I have, but I want to say it was cordless though, because that's a corded tool for me, and I will never buy a cordless one.
Right. Well, I mean,
just believe in certain tools being corded.
Hey, I've got that cordless. I've got that Cobalt angle grinder, and it's 24 volt. I'm not having any problems with it at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just for my applications, I prefer a cord.
Yeah.
It's a personal preference. Just like I'm the only one using a corded sawzall. I'm not changing my ways.
Yeah.
But also my sawzall has my speed wheel function and stuff. The shop one's corded, but it's smaller, 13 amp, variable trigger. Mine, I just use my speed one, just 15 amp. I use it for all my cut. I use it to establish my cuts.
But he probably has in the past. I mean, I've seen so many different ones.
I don't use those stupid shields.
Yeah. But that's the thing about with Project Farm is that he will do testing on anything, and he'll even say, leave a suggestion in the comments as far as what for him to test. Now, thing about it is he doesn't get any sponsorship from anybody.
Yep.
He's going out there and buying everything himself. So if you look at that, I mean, yeah, he spent probably close to $1,500 on all them bench grinders.
There's some things that suppliers are giving. I've seen a few videos where they supplied a few things. Not everything in that one video, but a couple.
Yeah. But I mean,
it's a hybrid. Like for him, probably one video you could say he probably averages around $5,000 in spending and time.
Probably.
Because he has to come up with the design for the rigs, the testing that he wants to do, what he thinks is viable, what this is.
Right. That. And that's the thing is that, I mean, I like watching his videos because, I mean, he comes out to the point, tells you exactly, he's got the different brands. He's not any brand specific.
Yep.
And he'll put, I mean, I've seen him put Snap-on stuff up against Makita, Milwaukee, Delta, and Craftsman. And he'll even get, of course,
I think it was his wrench video was interesting. I forgot if it was for regular combination wrenches or flare nut wrenches. It was one of the two. He did Craftsman, but he did Craftsman twice because he used a lot more modern Craftsman than he used a vintage Craftsman. Vintage Craftsman was closer to the higher end tools. It was a better made product, which was nice to see because that's the stuff I have. Some of it is old American stuff.
Yep. Hey, Adam, check your email. I sent you a link. But, I agree, Sarge. Yeah, he's with as many subscribers as he's got. Yeah, I mean, he's going to be making the money off of YouTube. That way he can afford to once a month, do video once or twice a month. Be able to go out there and buy the stuff, and I mean he's not doing everything all at one time. So he's probably he's got that farm and everything, so he's making money on that, and he's probably doing all this the video stuff on weekends. So one video he might do, but it might be say a couple of weekends.
I mean, for him to do what he's doing, like it's rather extensive.
Oh yeah.
Like
I mean, compare
you can spend 4 hours and only test half of what he's trying to do, or maybe he spends 2 hours just doing a specific test, and then he goes back and does the next one, and then does the next set.
Oh yeah.
The next set.
Oh yeah.
He gives you some decent information, some quality information, and he leaves it up to you. His opinion is his opinion.
Yep.
And he approaches it just like he approaches it in a logical manner too.
Hey Tommy, if you're going to have that, you might want to make a lot more for everybody else to share with. But yeah, I mean that's one thing I like watching. His videos. Like I said, there's torque test, there's the shop tool review. There's a few others out there. I can't remember the name of them.
I liked what's his name. He used to be out for a minute. I think it was Real Tool Reviews. He stopped doing. I think he stopped making a lot of stuff though.
Right. But the thing about it is these guys here, they're going out and they're getting the stuff and they're doing the side-by-side comparison on them. And like I said, that's, like on this skilled table saw. I watch probably about a dozen different videos.
What skill set table saw are you talking about exactly? Because I've been wanting to buy one for a minute. Is it the worm drive one?
No, it's not the worm drive, but it's like I said, it's the one that I've got. It's the kind that can either be on a bench top or it can be standalone.
Oh, it's a portable saw.
It can be, but like I say, it's got legs and everything on it that fold down. It's got the rack and pinion for the fence.
So you slide out, obviously. Yeah.
Right, but I mean, you've got the lock and everything. So you sit there and unlock it. You can sit there with the knob and turn one knob, and the whole rack comes over.
I'm not a huge fan of DeWalt, but in all honesty, DeWalt probably makes one of the best table saws. Like their table saws are completely legit. They work very well. They don't crap out. But the ones I grew up using were corded. I don't know anything about a battery operated miter saw.
No, this table saw I've got.
We're going with some of these construction tools.
Right. Well, like I said, the skilled table saw I've got, it's not cordless, it's corded.
Yeah.
But like I said, I watched. There was one video I watched that they had about 8 or 9 different table saws, and they were getting them ranked. And this one here actually, performance-wise and everything, it was up there.
See, I've been interested in the Sawzall, the Skill Saw brand one, because it's a worm drive one. So I love the Skill Saw worm drive saw.
Right.
So much. Pulling power and just
but that's not
like a table. Chew up.
Yeah, but
board.
Like, but that's not right. That's not a table saw.
That's right. He never said it was though. He's just saying his preference for a hand saw is a worm drive.
No, but what Skill Saw did is they took the worm drive mechanism and put it into a table saw. There is a worm drive table saw out there now. There's an 8.5 inch, I believe, and I believe a 10-inch one, and it operates on the worm drive gearing that is from the famous Mag 77 series.
Okay.
I'll be damn, I never heard of that one.
They do have a worm drive table saw. It's specifically a skill saw and skill saw.
Instead of that universal induction motor, it's got
it's the worm drive. It's the tried and true worm drive. Gear to gear, needs a little bit of lubrication, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, pretty sure, Boo.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know,
because there is oil in a worm
you know
drive
what I'm
skill
talking
saw.
about.
There is oil in there. It sure is. They got a little glass bubble on the side too.
I have not. I've only met 2 contractors that use it, and they're like, for the price, I think it was like $350 or $400, and they're like, I like it. It feels like it's a table saw, but it's a skill saw.
Yeah.
It feels
Right.
like the regular old skill saw. The problem is when I say skill saw, most people are like, oh, it's a brand, but it's the when you say worm drive, it's a different thing. Makita has something very similar. It's called a hypoid.
Right.
That's
See,
not
now,
Makita has a worm drive.
see, this is
yeah,
what I've got.
a hypoid.
Right. Like I said, this is the table saw that I've got.
Yep. No. That's a good saw. That's not a bad saw for the price. I'll tell you
Right.
that right.
And, right. And simple fact is that, like I said, I looked at several different videos on it or on different table saws. And as far as, for here in the garage, because I'm limited, on room.
Mhm.
So that, like I said, I looked at everything.
So now, Mater, type in skill saw worm drive and see if it pops up.
All right. Well, this is what's over at Lowe's. Okay.
Mhm.
This is what Lowe's has got. Okay. That's the only one. But like I said, for that kind of price, that's not bad.
Hmm. That's basically the price of the old Craftsman we used to have.
Yeah. Well, I mean, now if I go back to a Craftsman, there's a Craftsman right there. But look at the legs on that.
Yeah, that's not safe.
No, it's not.
Damn.
And now there you've got 8 1/4 DeWalt, but it's it doesn't have legs on it, and it's the same price and everything. There's a Cobalt one. That Cobalt one is it's less money, but I don't like the way that's set up there, and it doesn't have a rack and pinion on it. Now I could have got the Delta
Mater,
one.
if you do type in skill saw worm drive table saw, it'll pop up. It's not cheap by any means.
I'm
But
doing that right now.
it's something I've always it's went up in price since I knew when it was. And this was a number of years ago. I'd known this has been out for a long time.
Right. Tell you what, the coffee and everything I had going through me, so I'll be right back. Y'all take over.
Like boo for me. If I can do it with a skill saw, I could do it better with the table saw. And I trust the worm drive system. It's tried, it's true, it's built American houses for what 60, 70 years, maybe more.
Oh, I'm on skill site. It's not giving me a price.
Oh, you're going direct.
I clicked on there. I thought it was going to give a price, but it was
what I typed in, I just typed in skill saw worm drive table saw. For me, it popped up.
That's what I did too, and it popped up. But
I
went on the first one I saw.
10-inch heavy duty worm drive table saw, $649.
$649. I see it right here on Amazon.
And it has a nice solid looking portable base. And then there's even an 8 1/4 version too.
Yeah, I see the 8 1/4 is $386 and the 10-inch is $650.
Yeah, there used to be a 7 1/4, I believe. I'm not positive on that, by the way.
Probably not a table saw, probably the worm drive, but I wouldn't want a table saw that was 7 1/4 because I couldn't get no depth of cut with it,
Yeah, I could do a lot with a 7 1/4 though. I just make it work. Well, it's all about techniques and stuff too. How you do it. Some of it's not OSHA safe, but we make it work. But Mater, if you can share Boo, he can show you what we're talking about on this.
Look, Steel has a 10 1/4
10 1/4
saw worm drive. It's called the Sasquatch.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one. Yeah. I've seen that at my local hardware store.
10 1/4 inch blade on that sucker.
Yeah, no, I saw that at the corner store. It's a local hardware store. They push the Skill brand like pretty heavy, And I'm like, I have no reason to even need to own this. But then again, I might. Depends on what I want to cut.
What the heck? What did I see? Did I read that right? Or let me check this out. That can't be a 16-inch saw.
Well, I'm looking at it, and now it says worm drive, but I'm not seeing a price on it.
Amazon has it for $6.49.
Yeah, we've been looking at it. Well, I didn't show it, but I mean, I'm looking at it on my computer.
This is what I'm looking at.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Yeah, but it is worm drive, yeah, but it's only for like a bench top. It's not portable.
No, they have a stand for it too.
Yeah, but you'd have to buy that extra.
Is that the 8 1/4 or the 10, Mater?
That 10-inch.
Okay, it comes with a stand.
Yeah, but this one doesn't.
It doesn't.
Nope.
What's the price on that one?
I don't know.
Oh.
Oh, damn, I do have my phone out here. I'm looking, let's see if I can find it. All right, there's one. Let me get it presented. All right, that's from Amazon. But $649 with stand.
Yeah, I saw that one a while ago. That's the one I was looking at.
Yep. But yeah, I mean, that one has a stand and everything, so it comes with it. Like I said, the other one, it didn't. See, now that one does have a rack and pinion on it. And it's also the legs, the stand and everything's foldable, so you can just roll it around.
Yeah. Most all table saws have a rack and pinion system for picking the blade up and down.
Yeah. But, that's the thing. I mean, am I going to be transporting it? No, I need it for here in the garage. So I don't need something like that. Would be overkill for what I need. Plain and simple. That's the only thing there. Like I said, that's something like that. That would be totally overkill. It's like, nope. I thought I left my phone in the house. I didn't realize I still had it out here. But I mean, like I said, would something like that be good for me? Yeah, I mean, if I had a bigger shop and it was more in the budget, and I was going to be doing it, every single day. I mean, if I was going to be,
If I had $700, say, because that tax is going to get you, I wouldn't buy a portable saw like that. I would buy a cast iron job, like a Delta. You can get a mid-sized Delta for around $700 with a separate motor with a belt drive.
You're talking about something you can see in a professional cabinet making shop, Boo.
Well, I had the Delta Unisaw in my cabinet shop. I had the Delta Unisaw. That is the flagship of Delta table saws is the Unisaw. And I had the Norm Abrams Signature Series.
Yeah.
And I had the Unifence. Now, Delta, they had a truck back up to my bay door at my shop. They unloaded it, unboxed it, put it down there. They trued up the trunnions. They trued everything on it.
Right.
You're looking at a $1,500 saw, too.
Right. But how much, how much were you using it throughout the day?
All day, every day. That was my cabinet shop.
If you're in a cabinet shop, that's an everyday tool.
Right. So
your consumable would be your blade, and that's it.
Right. But I'm talking about the $700 saw. If I had $700 for that worm drive, I would still go with a mid-sized Delta, with the motor and the belt, the V-belt drive. They're quieter for one, and plus they got that power. That skill's got power too. Don't get me wrong, that skill's got power.
It'll pull.
It's got a lot of torque to it because it's worm drive.
That's why I like the worm drive though. Because once you get.
Get this, Anthony. Check this out. What I just seen and looked up. Skill has a worm drive. That's a 16 1/4 inch saw. Got a 16 1/4 inch blade. It has a 6 1/2 inch depth of cutting. You can cut 6 inches deep.
So you're cutting after beams.
Yeah, that's for beams. Yeah, that's a beam saw. Like Makita has a 12 inch and a 16 inch version. Beam saw. You cut a 12 by 12 in 2 passes. Square your lines up.
Spend a lot of time.
Your lines to the bottom one.
A lot of
make
time.
that one cut. Flip your beam over. You got a 12 by 12. It beats a chainsaw.
My neighbor, I'm like, what do you need the 8 1/4? Yeah, the 8 1/4 or whatever it was. I'm like, he's like, what's that? What do you think that's for? I'm like, for when you're cutting your beams. You do your triple pass and you.
Adam, right now,
little Polish plane on it.
All right, but Adam, actually, I just looking on Facebook Marketplace here. I'm seeing like a Mark 7 going for like $750. Another one didn't say which one, but like 500. Got like a Mark 5 for 1,000. Someone's got a Mark 5 for 4,500. Here's another Mark 5 for 12. So I mean, they're all over. Here's a Mark 5 for 550.
Ronnie's got one of them Mark 5s in the shop. That was his dad's.
I mean, here's one that says
it's sitting in the corner doing nothing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at one right now. They want $150 for it.
Damn.
I mean, Strop Smith bandsaw for $280.
We have a Johnson horizontal bandsaw. We don't have a vertical bandsaw just yet. I think we're gonna buy one though. Vertical bandsaw would be nice though.
But yeah, we have one in the shop.
A lot.
Machine shop bandsaw that goes down like that.
Yep, big one like this.
Yeah, we got one with the little tuner knob on the top. That's how much pressure that thing it gives itself. If you want a little bit more pressure, because it's lighter material, you just turn it a couple of clicks and it'll go faster.
The one we got and Johnson J7. I think Small Tom Machine Shop actually has the same one. And I got that fixed up late last year, and we started using it. It's chopping through stuff easily.
You see what that temperature shows on there?
29 degrees.
29.
Yeah.
29. Feeling fine.
Yeah.
You need some wine. 29
degrees
to warm up.
And my feet and hands are already getting cold.
Yeah.
Well, for some reason, that cold weather is not going to get down here. It's probably at the bottom of the tail. I mean, we're going to get a little cool weather, but, not like that.
Yeah.
I figured usually when you're 29, I'm about 34.
Yeah, well, right now it's saying mixed precipitation likely to end around 11 o'clock. Some icing possible. I know over in Fort Worth.
Renegade's got some nice fucking weather right now. 68. What's up, Ken?
Shut up, Renegade.
All right, now since Renegade's here, let's talk food now again. I got Piposo warmed up in the stove.
Hey, East Coast Ken, what's up, bud?
Yeah, what's up? Hey, I can always go get more tonight's dinner. Start eating it again.
That was last night's dinner. It's going to be today's dinner again, too, and tomorrow's dinner, and actually tomorrow's lunch.
No, I'm just talking about what Crystal and I made tonight.
What'd you make tonight?
kind of like a homemade beef pasta.
Beef pasta. So you made stroganoff.
Well, it was made with shells. I mean, we had that, and I mean, last time she made it with egg noodles.
6-inch solid round within 15 seconds. Small town machine shop. His name is Adam, correct?
Yeah.
Correct.
Now, do you have a video on how to tune this in? Because we're starting to have to cut thicker material with this bandsaw. I got it functional, but I need to figure out how to tune everything in, especially because we're getting into 1/2 inch and like 2-inch material.
Adam, you better hurry up and get up here. That way you can answer his question.
No. Just make a video on it.
He's got all those different tools. I mean, that's what he does is machining.
Yep. All I was told is make the thing work and run. That's what I did. I know where the tuning thing is. Like we don't have certain like it's been moved around so much. We're just happy that it works.
Yeah, but the thing is, what is it? I mean, what's the brand and everything?
It's a Johnson J7, same exact one he actually has.
Ken, you need to come in and come up for a little bit at the end. I mean, even if it's just for 5 or 10 minutes, we need to holler at you backstage. Nothing bad, I promise, guys. It's just we need to holler at him for a second.
All right, no problem, Adam. He's not home. He's at a relative's place.
Oh, have fun.
Am I correct, Small Town Machine, that it's a J7, I believe, right?
Let me get him the link.
Yeah, it's regarding what I showed you yesterday.
Yep, hang on. Let me.
Yeah. But, yeah, no. Hi, guys. I just have been in there chilling and listening to everything, and I was not the one that set off his phone.
No, it was something else. I can't. I'll send you the link.
But she went to bed about 7:45, so.
Okay.
I've just been chilling for the last hour and having to rework a hat.
Renegade, I don't kiss and tell.
You showed up, so now everybody's got to make you hungry. I didn't do it.
Yep.
Oh,
I'm not gonna go grab my food. I'm just gonna let it sit on the stove. I'm actually supposed to bring it to work for the other guys.
Stacy said she liked the video, and she said that does sound like it'd work good for me and Brad. So
that'll work.
Yeah, and that's the reason I wanted to get it filmed.
Right. But as far as Adam was saying he can make a video on it.
Don't forget to write it down, Adam.
Yep.
Well, in all honesty, I typed in Johnson J7. His video popped up first when he got the machine.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's how I got familiarized with kind of what to look at, what I was doing with it. Because we had it for like 3 years and no one ever was able to fix it and make it work. And I just watched that and I'm like, okay. I started playing around with it. I got it operational. Man, it works.
Yeah. Well, see,
Adam,
he deals with that kind of stuff all the time. So he'd be the best one to work with.
No, it's just like this is like random things that I'm just asked of. Like tomorrow, I'm going to go work on we call it a Zamboni, but it's actually a floor scrubber made by the company Tenant. Don't work on it. I've already taken it apart like 6 months ago. Now I got to go put parts into it and remember how I took it apart. And hope it runs.
Right.
That's how long some stuff has been back ordered.
Crossing all your fingers and toes.
That's why you take.
I actually did the smart thing. I took a lot of notes and I took photos.
That's a good thing.
Yes.
That's always the best thing.
It took about like 7 hours of phone calls with tech support on pinpoint testing because we were trying to avoid calling a service tech.
Yeah.
and none of them have their own independent. What's the thing called? The little extension number when you call a company. Nope. There's only 12 guys, and none of them have their own independent number. So you talk to whoever you talk to. I had to re-explain every test I've done, and some of them even have me redo because they're like, this test doesn't seem viable versus what someone told me prior.
Yeah.
So it's just a madhouse of like, I'm like, all right. I'm like,
Anthony, the right hand doesn't know what the left is doing, and they're both scratching somebody else's behind.
Yep. I'm just like, at this point, I was like, well, we could have called tech support, but at the same time, I'm learning how to work on stuff I don't actually know how to do, nor I went to school for.
Yeah, and you were. I'll be honest, I would have been at the point, boss, spend $3,000 to get a new one because I'm done.
Oh, this is more than a $5,000 machine, probably.
Well, probably, but I would have been, no, just get me a new one. I'm done with it.
But when it comes to stuff like that, it's like, Adam, I need your help.
The challenge of trying to fix stuff is always fun.
Yeah, that's true. That's where you get the fun at. It's like
it may take you 3 weeks though, but if you can fix it, especially if you do it with less parts, you just did it better than factory.
No, the best part is if you get it fixed and there's parts left over that were supposed to go in it.
It's still better than factory.
Yeah.
You didn't need that spacer nor that bearing.
Oh, Lord help, please.
That's
the
true.
thing that's funny is it's a sad truth that really does happen.
Hey, but it makes it lighter.
Lawnmower motor.
It doesn't weigh as much now.
Well, is it a motor? You like motorcycles, I know. Have you ever seen the world's fastest Indian with Anthony Hopkins?
Yep.
It's all about bolts in places that needed bolts.
How about Burt Monroe?
Weight.
Yep.
The thing that's amazing about that is how long his record actually stood.
I don't even know if it's ever been broken.
I think it may have been.
I don't think it has.
I don't know, but I know my dad flipped the first time I rebuilt a 12-horse Briggs because he said, take it apart. Here's your replacement parts. I literally put it back together and I had 5 extra replacement parts. He's like, no, because those were still good. And it ran better than if he had rebuilt it.
But,
and I'd only been learning for like 2 years at that time.
But yeah, I mean, I've seen the world's fastest Indian. Yeah, talking about Burt Monroe, and
it's not a movie for everybody. It's a slow movie, in all honesty, but
I saw it. It was a good movie.
It's a fantastic story.
I'll be right back. I forgot my Coke, and if I don't have caffeine, somebody's in trouble.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic movie about determination, and I want to try to do this.
Just one thing I would say is just don't drink the tea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was
he was a Kiwi. He was from New Zealand.
But the thing about it is that where he got his water from, it was from a rain barrel, but it was also the same water he was using to quench the pistons that he'd make.
Mm.
Same water.
I haven't washed it in so long.
But yeah, I mean, and of course, he would shave the rubber and everything off the tires to take the weight and everything off of them.
Yep.
All right, see you, William. Appreciate you being here. I'm going to be shutting this down here in about 10 minutes anyways. But, yeah, that's an excellent movie.
Yeah, it's just cool. Like,
and the thing about it is, I was going to say, they've actually found the Monroe Special, which is the bike that he set the record and everything in.
Oh, they did? Oh, wow.
Yeah, they know where it's at. Someone actually found it in storage. Because that bike had disappeared for many years.
I'm assuming it's on a museum piece of some sort.
I don't remember offhand where it's...
Because I remember, like, it got stressed out, like, with the aerodynamic stuff and all that, right?
No, he
Or
actually.
shielded it, like some sort of aerodynamic stuff was put into the front, so he wasn't just going straight away into the wind, right?
Right. Well, I mean, he added more. I think more wings and everything on the tail of it. And if I'm not mistaken, he actually opened up the nose cone to let some air actually come through.
Hmm.
Because it was
modern day dragsters too.
right.
It's
Well, I mean, it was
insanity.
right. But I'm going. The fact is that he wound up doing that because he found out it was less wind resistant and actually cut through the winds a lot better.
Mhm.
And also did help on cooling for the engine.
With what you're talking about, with the wind coming through, it probably comes through and goes down and gives them some downforce on the rear end.
Yep.
Bye,
Keeping
William.
your true line.
Yep.
But then you got dragsters nowadays that can do 0 to 100, no problem.
Yeah. But the thing about it is he was using, what was it, a 1921 Indian frame?
Yeah, it was a baby Indian. Like everyone's like, my coworkers like, isn't Harley the first motorcycle builder? I'm like, no, it's actually not.
No.
Indian started before them, but there's also 100 other brands too.
Right. I mean, there were actually motorcycles.
Anyone Excelsior?
Yeah. Well, if you actually think about it,
You
they
can't find
actually
those.
had motorcycles from back in the 1800s.
Mhm.
Before, I mean, Harley was around since what, 1903?
1903 was Harley. 1902, 1901 was Indian, but there was other companies out there.
Mhm.
Right.
Those
But-
two just did it better.
Yeah,
Right.
they just dominated the field.
Right. But here's the thing.
I think Triumph was one of the early ones too.
But Harley, they've been around
It was.
since 1903. Harley's been around. Now,
Yep.
Indian, yeah, they started off, but then they actually went out of business.
Yeah, they went out of business like 3-4 times over. Like Harley had the whole AMF years, and then the company came back, and then this and this, and now we're in the pandemic of, oh, is Harley still a viable company? This, and this.
Oh,
I
Harley-
feel like they are struggling, but at the same time, they're really not.
Well, you know,
Harley's still a viable company, but they bought the Indian motorcycle engine.
No.
They did not. I thought they bought the patent.
Polaris owns them.
Polaris.
Polaris owns them, along with I think they bought Victory, and they're still supporting Victory for another 10 years.
Yeah.
Victory.
Nice, cool bikes.
Yeah. Now,
Victory. Boy, I ain't heard that motorcycle name in a while.
yeah, but thing about it is they don't
Basically, they made the V-Ride before Harley Davidson.
yeah, but Victory's
Hey,
not even
Lenny.
around. Indian is, I don't even know if they're even still making Indians. Are they?
They got them back out.
Yeah, they got doctor. I think it's a doctor over
They're
here.
producing
He
a
parks
few
his
things.
Indian in the doctor's space. So I'm pretty sure he's a doctor at the
Come on, Jamie.
complex by the hospital. Yes, attached to the hospital. There's a doctor's and a
Office.
specialist complex. Yeah, like
Yeah.
4 stories or whatever.
There's
Yeah.
a nice
Oh,
little
that is
Indian
a beautiful Indian. Next time I go, if it's there, I'm gonna take a.
picture.
Right.
Little-
But Cajun, here's the thing. Is it a new Indian?
Yeah, it's a newer model. It's not an old one that's been restored.
Okay,
It's a
I know,
newer
but what I'm
model.
saying, okay, but what I'm saying is, or getting at, is it a 2023 model?
Oh, I don't know. Probably not because it was there in 2022.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, Indian came back. I want to say in like 12 or 15.
They came
because-
back. Right, but they dropped Indian. I don't even know if they're still making Indians. I mean, I know that the brand got dropped.
No.
I mean,
It is back. They
Okay.
have they started making new Indian motorcycles.
They made
between-
motorcycles as late as like 2020, maybe. They came out with some stuff. They came back with the Scout name, which is supposed to compete with the Sportster name for Harley. And then
Oh,
they-
Indian Scout.
Indian
Yeah,
Chief,
okay.
Indian Chief Steel, which is their
Right.
flagship, which is their big bike, which would be comparable to like something like the Heritage or the Street Bob. They don't really have a big middle ground though.
Right.
Other-
well, Renegades. I agree. Yeah, okay, that I understand. Yeah. So they got rid of Victory because it wasn't selling good. They just came back with the Indian.
Now they were making Indian motorcycles with the sidecars in the 50s, you know, during Korea.
Yeah, but since then, it was probably shortly after that, the company went out of business.
Oh, really?
Okay. I'm looking at it. Polaris bought them in 2011. And there is a article in Popular Mechanics from May of 2013 that they started bringing it back. So they bought it in 11, and between 12 and 15 is when they started production to get it out.
Yep. One of the biggest Indian supporters in our area is surprisingly Arlen Ness.
Yep.
Well, they were.
The thing about with
a pretty big deal.
Right. But Harley, they have not stopped production on bikes since they've started.
They may have changed hands and made some crap for a number of years.
Yeah.
See you later, William.
We're not going to talk about the AMF years.
Hey, my first bike was an AMF. I have a soft spot.
And the Japanese years?
What Japanese years?
Wasn't the Harley plants moved overseas to do production because of labor?
Nope.
That was they closed down Kansas City and went overseas towards Southeast Asia.
Well,
yeah. So yeah, they did.
They closed one plant.
I will viably say I'm not against any of that. It's just good business trying to expand their brand.
The toolers, the factories in Japan, that's good quality stuff because Briggs and Stratton's Vanguard series were made there. The Vanguard line was made there, but now they're back in America.
Exactly, Renegade. They're one of the few people still supporting parts for Victory owners, and I know that for a fact. They had a contract with Victory that they can supply for I think 10 years.
All right, coming up on 2 minutes. But that's the thing. I mean, Harley, they've got more than just one plant. Now, the plant they shut down, that unfortunately, that happened to be the same plant all the dynos were made at. Okay.
Dynaglide?
No, any of the dynos.
Oh, okay.
It was all the dyno lined up.
My frame came out of Kansas City, if I read my serial number correctly.
Now, but you've got a dyno.
But I have a soft tail though.
Maybe. But
it's very possible that it could be a KC frame.
Well, it's possible. I mean, I know for a fact that mine's going to be out of Kansas City. But you still got to figure that they're still making them up in Milwaukee.
Mm-hmm.
So they've got plants. They got more than just one plant.
Yeah. For them, it's like I argue that it's just business. Like what I don't like is what they're doing is something very simple. They are doing stuff that they don't actually make available to us as the American populace. Yeah. They're working on smaller scale bikes like 150, 200 cc stuff, I think. Yeah. And I know that because I follow a lot of stuff about the company. Because those countries that they're expanding in, let's just say Thailand right now.
Yeah. All right.
They need a smaller bike.
All right. Well, already coming up to 1 minute, so coming up on 9 o'clock. Central Time, so I need to get this shut down, and unfortunately, Ken didn't show up in time.
Well, if he pops in backstage, that'll be fine, but just him.
All right, well, gonna start with Anthony saying goodbyes.
Thanks for having me, man.
Cajun?
All right, everybody. Y'all know the routine. It's good being north of the grass. Stay safe, be that way, stay safe. And as always, love, peace, and crackling grease. Catch y'all later.
Okay, thanks, Ken.
All right. I appreciate everybody, being here tonight. As usual, you never know what we're going to talk about. That's the one thing we didn't talk about was coins or anything like that. I mean, no one ever brought
Don't get started. It's too late now.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing. Nobody brought the subject
We'll save that for Wednesday.
Yeah, we can save that for Wednesday. Coins and precious.
I will go through my box and find coins for Boo specifically.
Mom will be here too, probably.
Like I said, I appreciate everybody that's been here. So, everybody, y'all stay safe. God bless, and good night.
Bye.